What if the man who built an empire on faith-based feel-good stories was hiding a storyline Hollywood never dared to film? Tyler Perry's billion-dollar kingdom looked untouchable until actor Derek Dixon marched into a Los Angeles courthouse this June and slapped it with a $260 million sexual assault and retaliation suit. In 46 cringeworthy pages, Dixon claims Perry dangled roles on Ruthless and The Oval, then switched from mentor to aggressor, sending risque late-night texts, sneaking into a guest bed, and threatening to kill off Dixon's character if he wouldn't play along. One screenshot the complaint highlights: "No straight man goes on walks with you or cooks dinner for you unless he wants to F you. I would F you." Perry's lawyer blasted the filing as a straight-up scam, promising it will be tossed faster than a Medea wig. Yet even that denial called the messages alleged, a wiggle word fans weren't used to hearing from the man whose brand trades on moral certainty. Every network working with him went into crisis mode. Netflix quietly paused promo for his next drama under their first look deal, while BET execs fielded nervous calls about whether The Oval should still premiere its newly ordered 6th season. Dixon is hardly a lone whistle. Scroll back to late 2023 and you'll find a viral clip of actor Christian Keys describing a black Hollywood billionaire who tried to slide into bed at a guest house and offered $100K cash to strip. Keys never said Tyler, but blogs connected the dots, and Keys never corrected them. According to Gossip and resurfaced interviews, he secretly recorded phone calls where the mogul bragged about keeping young black men on the payroll who show up whenever summoned. Then came soul singer Jaguar Wright, a tornado on livestream, swearing she'd watched Perry freak off with white twinks at a Diddy bash, and that he'd since banned all his actors from even greeting her in public. She claims several friends weren't the same after shooting with him. The industry dismissed her as dramatic. Today her monologues sound less like gossip and more like foreshadowing. Why, skeptics ask, didn't Dixon speak sooner? His complaint supplies the answer: career leverage. At table reads, Perry allegedly joked that a disobedient actor's role could, quote, die next season. Scripts changed on a whim, and Dixon's character Dale survived only while he kept the boss, quote, happy. Staying quiet meant steady paychecks. Speaking out risked blacklisting in an industry Perry practically monopolizes for black talent. That monopoly began in church basements, where Perry's touring plays soaked up Sunday money from congregations hungry for morality tales. Jaguar Wright says those same churches saw little return once Perry catapulted into studio owner status. She notes the only mega donation on record went to Bishop T.D. Jakes, himself no stranger to rumor. Whether that's righteous generosity or strategic alliance, critics argue the playwright turned tycoon perfected the art of cashing in on faith while living by a different script offstage. Ask ex-partner Gelila Bekele whether the private Tyler matches the pulpit Tyler, and you'll get silence. In December 2020, Perry posted a mirror selfie captioned, "I'm 51, single, and wondering what the next chapter looks like." No breakup statement from Bekele, no co-parenting interview, just a permanent fade out from red carpets. Friends later whispered she'd seen Perry cycling through sugar baby favorites and decided it was time to exit, quietly and completely. Silence, though, no longer protects empires. Forbes still values Perry at $1.4 billion, but billion-dollar valuations come with billion-dollar liabilities. If Dixon's texts clear evidentiary hurdles, insurance carriers could invoke morality clauses, networks could yank seasons mid-shoot, and sponsors could flee. The timing couldn't be worse. Perry just extended a multi-year film slate at Netflix and inked fresh unscripted deals with A&E Global. Every contract includes a conduct trigger. One upheld allegation could vaporize millions overnight. Meanwhile, Dixon's attorneys hint more plaintiffs may join. Men who once laughed off rumors because working for Tyler meant medical benefits and union days. Keys' old recordings could become discovery gold. Jaguar Wright's rants might morph into sworn depositions. Gelila Bekele could be subpoenaed about what she witnessed in Atlanta's guest houses. The threat matrix grows with each news cycle. Perry's defense strategy is simple. Paint Dixon as an opportunist, Jealous that paparazzi photos recently showed the mogul sunning on a yacht with dancer Brian Tanaka, Mariah Carey's ex. But jealousy won't explain away the text chains that read less like mentorship and more like a lover's diary. Even a jury unconvinced by assault claims may see hostile workplace abuse in a boss who writes, "You're blocked sexually. Unlock your mind so you can make me crazy." Hollywood is watching the calendar. October 15, 2025 is penciled in as the next evidentiary hearing. Prosecutors could produce NDAs signed by former employees. Perry's lawyers might unveil contradictory DMs to muddy timelines. Whatever lands on the public docket will ripple through boardrooms from Atlanta to Burbank. For now, Perry's official channels stay devoted to upcoming shows, while social feeds swarm with two hashtags. Hashtag cancel Tyler and hashtag stand with Tyler. Commenters trade Bible verses and blockbusted memes, debating whether Dixon is David versus Goliath or just an aspiring actor with a lottery ticket lawsuit. Perry, the consummate storyteller, remains off camera. No interview, no statement beyond legal filings, no fresh sermon about perseverance. Perhaps he knows any line he utters today could cue cross-examination tomorrow. So, is this the tale of a benevolent mogul targeted by clout chasers? Or a harsh reckoning for a man who weaponized power behind studio gates? Until the judge gavels in, the evidence is still uploading, and the credits are nowhere in sight. Keep your eyes on that October court date, your alerts on for leaked group chat receipts, and your popcorn ready. Because in 2025, power doesn't crumble from lack of money or talent. It crumbles the moment private messages go public. But here's what the cameras still haven't shown: the domino effect already rippling through Atlanta's creative underbelly. Stylists who worked late nights on Perry's sets are comparing notes in encrypted signal chats. A young production assistant, once ecstatic to land any job at Tyler Perry Studios, is reportedly shopping a diary that chronicles after-rap invitations to private quarters, where phones were surrendered at the door. Agents are whispering that if even one of these lesser-known names files, a class action could bloom overnight, turning Dixon's solo battle into a full-scale mutiny. Industry insurance brokers are bracing too. Key man clauses on Perry-led shows have always been pricey, but this week, a major underwriter quietly doubled deductibles for any project listing him as on-set talent. One streaming platform, rumored to have greenlit a 9-figure biblical epic with Perry in the director's chair, has moved the title off its public development slate and wiped related artwork from investor decks. Executives swear it's just seasonal reshuffling, yet employees noticed every marketing file vanished from the shared drive within hours of Dixon's complaint going viral. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Film Commission is biting nails. Since Georgia's lucrative tax credits lean heavily on Perry's studio output, a protracted scandal could spook legislators eager to tighten purse strings in an election year. Local crew members fear fewer call sheets, fewer hotel bookings, fewer union days. Some blame Dixon, others blame Perry. Everyone blames uncertainty. On social media, a parallel trial rages. TikTok creators dissect every dubious text, every vintage Medea blooper, spinning theories that Perry's cross-dressing grandmother act was always a tell. Twitter threads contrast his on-screen sermons about integrity against deposition snippets hinting at coercion. Facebook aunties who once quoted Medea's wisdom now share cautious "let's wait for facts" memes, torn between church loyalty and rising unease. Notably silent are the faith leaders who champion Perry's rags-to-riches testimony from pulpits across the South. A megachurch media director admits privately that Sunday sermon graphics lauding Perry's charitable donations have been pulled, quote, until clarity arrives. Congregants may not notice, but the omission speaks louder than praise ever could. And then there's Gelila Bekele, scrolling from afar. Friends say she's fielding documentary offers but declining them all, choosing activism over airtime. Yet Hollywood fixers know that a single exclusive, Bekele in her own words, could set ratings on fire, maybe even sway a jury pool. Will she keep the lid shut to protect their son, or finally lift it in the name of other sons, navigating the same dream factory? Every hour without Perry's voice widens the narrative vacuum, and 2025's attention economy hates a vacuum. Dixon's attorneys have already hinted that more messages, far more explicit than those filed, may hit the docket if settlement talks stall. In the boardrooms of Netflix, BET, and Amazon MGM Studios, risk calculators now run nightly. So brace yourself. If even a fraction of these whispers materialize, the phrase Tyler Perry Studios might soon invoke something darker than perseverance. It could become shorthand for the cost of unchecked power. And if the allegations collapse, then we'll confront a different mirror, one reflecting how quickly we're willing to cancel a creator whose stories once stitched entire communities together. Either way, the reel is still spinning, and the ending hasn't been scripted yet.